AML 2024, the AI Compliance Disruptor. It is happening next Thursday, March 28th at the Hilton, Trinidad and Conference Center, featuring renowned AI expert Professor Renee Cummings. This morning, we're going to chat a little bit about it. What is the conference all about? This morning, I want to welcome lead consultant at NEM Leadership Consultants, Mr. Nigel Matthew, to help us understand a little bit more about Tech AML 2024. Good morning to you, Mr. Matthew.
Hi, good morning, Rawkus, and it's a pleasure to be on your set this morning to go through the aspect of Tech AML 2024, AI, the compliance disruptor.
All right, so lovely to have you here this morning. Tell me, is this the first one of its kind?
No, this is our 11th edition of the Tech AML series. Tech AML is technical anti-money laundering because as a country, as many other jurisdictions, there are many organizations by law who have to comply with anti-money laundering, counter-financing of terrorism conditionalities. So it is really geared towards creating the compliance culture in Trinidad and the Caribbean and really providing that much needed information for reporting entities to be up to date with respect to legislative requirements, what type of systems of controls that are needed, more so in terms of this virtual and high-tech world that we live in now.
Yeah, so tell me something. Over the 11 years, do we see significant changes coming about annually after these conferences when people get together and they discuss anti-money laundering techniques?
Yeah, most definitely, because in addition to the various pieces of legislation that we have, you find that the individual organization, it is their responsibility to have things like a compliance program to do their risk assessment, to train not only the compliance officers and the managers, but all employees, because it is compulsory that all employees are aware of what they should do, because in addition to your job spec at wherever you work, maybe the accountant or so, you also have your financial obligation as an individual. So should there be breaches or violation by you as an individual, there's a possibility that you can be fined. So that there has been a number of capacity building, sharing of information to increase the capabilities to really invoke the system, because things are changing so rapidly, especially in our world today. So we have to keep up to date.
Now, I'm happy that you were able to break down that they basically the compliance aspect of things is that there are rules that you have to follow to make sure that you follow the trains so that we know that you're not laundering money. Yeah, that's essentially what the compliance factor is.
Well, the compliance, but the issue is that you find that people may want to launder money through, let's say, most likely financial institutions and even other sectors like motor vehicle sales, real estate, and so forth. So you find it is a mandate, meaning a legislative mandate for those organizations to put systems in place to prevent what we call criminal property from coming into your organization, meaning people using ill-gotten gains from illicit activities and trying to purchase maybe a motor vehicle or make a deposit into a bank, with a credit union, or even an insurance company.
Nice. So then explain to me the theme for this year, AML, AI, the compliance disruptor. Why are we saying that AI is the compliance disruptor? Or is it really a disruptor?
Yeah, I think it is both a disruptor and, of course, opportunities, because, we had a major disruptor in 2018, 2019, 2020, which is what we call COVID. So after that now, you find that there was everyone propelled into the virtual space in terms of virtualization, in terms of digitization, in terms of a lot of online transfers, took a major twist. Come with that now is the whole aspect of artificial intelligence, which sort of disrupt our business model. How do we process transactions? How do we detect suspicious activities? What type of alerts should we get? So you'll find that that's a disruptor in terms of how we do business or how do we manage compliance risks. And when we talk about like cybersecurity, possibility of data privacy infringement, you'll find that those things were never there before. So now, although we have our Data Protection Act, I think 2011, we never had artificial intelligence. Back then was not even a thought. We didn't have what we call ESG, which is environment, social, and corporate governance, in terms of those mandates to report on your organization in a particular context. So you'll find that there's a dire need to really upgrade our legislative regulatory requirement to sort of compel the compliance world to treat with certain issues, in a different way. Because if we don't, and with the advent of artificial intelligence as a disruptor, and of course there are people who they might want to use the technology, and as a matter of fact, are using the technology to sort of penetrate your system. And of course, we have had instances right here in Trinidad and Tobago for many large organizations, and of course, smaller ones as well. So the idea is to have this narrative look at our complement of our international speakers who can bring some new perspectives. So at least we in Trinidad and the Caribbean can be aware of emerging threats and, of course, opportunities to sort of prevent our organization from maybe collapsing, from paying large fines, or being held as ransom.
All right. I love that you were able to bring in these speakers there. Tell us a little bit about what some of these speakers are going to be talking about at the conference next Thursday.
All right, we have our very own Professor Cummins. She's an AI advisor, AI governance leadership person, and of course an AI ethicist. She'll be bringing her global expertise because she speaks all over the world in terms of this topic, in terms of what are the AI trends that are emerging that we should be aware of. She will also do another topic in terms of AI, whether it's a disruptive opportunities, and of course, looking at solutions. So again, we are very, very, very happy to have Professor Renee Cummins address us at this conference at March 28th, Thursday, March 28th at the Trinidad Hilton. We also have Mr. David Schwartz. He's the president and CEO of Financial and International Business Association out of Miami, one of the leading organizations with respect to education and more so the development of compliance professionals all over the world. So this is really a prized possession to have him on board, and he's coming in from the USA. We also have Mr. Stephen Platt, and he will be joining us from the United Kingdom. Stephen Platt is a world-renowned barrister at law, and of course, one who has been pioneer in terms of compliance. He was also a co-founder of the International Compliance Association, and he has a #1 best-selling book in terms of criminal minds. So he's coming from the UK. And from South Africa, we have Dr. Melanie Prinsloo, and she'll be talking or bringing some insights into us, which is somewhat new in Trinidad, but I know that we are doing a tremendous amount of work, the whole aspect of ESG, environment, social, and corporate governance. So she will be part of a panel discussion, and she will be joined by 2 local experts. We have Mr. Anil Prasad, and he is the advisor in terms of the cybersecurity at EY Caribbean, right here in Trinidad. So he'll be there as well. We also have Mr. Anthony Payson, and he's a cybersecurity expert. And of course, he's Trinidadian, and he has done a tremendous amount of work in terms of looking at securing organizations from a disruptor standpoint when people try to, penetrate your system with some sort of cyber attack. We also have myself. I'll be talking more on in terms of the electronic money vulnerabilities and controls, because as you know that we are doing everything with respect to online, our e-wallet. So those are new, I would say, developments in terms of our financial system. How do we buy? How do we sell? How do we collect our monies? So a number of speakers we have put together. So at the end of the day now, the participants, both in person and online, can have the discourse, can be aware of certain issues, and of course, prescription solutions to strengthen your internal controls at your particular organization.
Fantastic. So anybody who's interested in being a part of the conference, is there still room to register and sign up?
Yeah, there's still room to register. It's a hybrid event, and just to mention that we have over 15 countries will be represented both online and in person. And in terms of the touch points, in terms of number of organizations, in excess of 75. Should people interested in coming, they can call our number 222-8928. That number again, 222-8928, or a WhatsApp number. You can get us on WhatsApp at 383-7703, or you can visit our website. Just search NEM Leadership Consultants, and all the information will be there with respect to registration and participation.
All right. Well, Mr. Matthew, I want to thank you so much for joining us this morning, and thank you for doing this initiative. And we look forward to it happening next Thursday.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me. And before I go, I just want to let you know, in terms of the legislative requirement, the Honorable Attorney General will give an address with respect to legislation in the fight against white-collar crime, data protection, and of course, emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence. So
definitely, we look forward to it. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
All right, it's happening next Thursday at the Hilton Trinidad and Conference Center, but it's also happening online, so you can definitely check them out and be a part of it. NEM Consultants, NEMLCTT.com is the website to go to get more information if you need to get it.